Elimination.
Oh, I've never heard that method before. But yes, it is called elimination. Very nice. And why is elimination the best method to use here, Gabby? Bingo, bango. The slope is already the same. The x's are already lined up. They are a complete match. Now, Jamar, do we add or subtract these equations?
Subtract.
Why?
Because 6x is positive.
Excellent. So what am I going to get after I subtract these equations? Preston.
0 plus 4y equals 28.
Excellent. Okay. 0 plus 4y equals 28. Why is it plus 4y and not minus 2y? Gabby?
Because we're using a negative, so I think we would be like adding the negative.
Very good, because it's 3y minus a negative, so it's a positive 4y. Excellent. So we've got 4y equals 28. What do I do from here? German? Divide by cuatro. One side divide by 4. Y equals 7. Amazing. And from there, what do I do? Daniel?
You use the first equation, and you get 6x plus 3 in parentheses 7 equals 33.
Excellent.
And then you distribute 21.
Okay, so 6x plus 21 equals 33.
Equals 33.
Yep.
And then minus 21 to each side.
Love it.
And you get 6x equals 12. Divide by 6 on each side, and you get x equals 2.
How many people got 2 comma 7? Excellente. Okay. All right. Now, as I said before, equations that have ax plus b on the left side and then cx plus d on the right. Now, normally, okay, when we're given equations like this, we can simply just add or move the x's to one side, move the constants to the other side, right? Then you divide by whatever's in front of the x and you solve for x. Do you guys agree? Because there's no y here, right? There's another way you can do these problems. You can set y equal to the left side, and you can set y equal to the right side, and then you can create a system of equations and then find out where they intersect.
What?
It's super pointless, I know, okay? Now, this is the reason why this is not my favorite lesson, okay? But the connection is my favorite part, okay? So, let's go ahead and go down. Let's do an example, and I'll show you what I'm talking about, okay? The connection is going to happen in this example. We're going to solve this equation first by how we normally would. Who can walk me through solving this equation without any knowledge from today's lesson? Jordan?
So we're going to take positive 2x and minus it, you get negative 3x.
Love it. So let's subtract 2x from both sides. Perfect. And you said you get negative 3x?
Yeah.
Negative 3x. What else?
Subtract 1 and then the other side.
So negative 3x plus 1 equals 5. Then we subtract 1. Perfect. So we have negative 3x equals... Wait.
Negative 5.
Oh, sorry. That was negative 5. So it should be negative what? 6? Yes. Then what?
You divide negative 3 over to the other side, and you get x equals 2.
Perfect. Okay. Now, do you guys agree that with the prior knowledge, we could solve this equation super easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what today's lesson is talking about is it's saying, okay, instead of doing this, think about it as 2 different graphs and where they intersect is your answer, okay? So, take one color. I don't care what color it is. I'm going to use blue. And write the equation. After you underline negative x plus 1, write y equals negative x plus 1. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and graph that. How would I graph y equals negative x plus 1? German? Okay, so it should look something like this. You are ridiculously close. 1. Ah. German, what kind of slope do we have? Positive or negative? Negative. Do you see how if we just flip this and made it like this, that would make a negative slope? Okay? You were super close, okay? But we should always have a negative slope that looks like that. Got it? Okay. So let's erase that and let's have it facing the other way. Very good. 1. Okay. So now let's change it. Let's make it look like this. Beautiful. All right. So now we also have to graph another equation. Is it hot in here?
Yeah.
Up 2 over 1. Very good. So we're going to up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. And we're going to get a line that looks like this. 2 comma negative 1. Now watch. The connection is actually really cool. Okay. Highlight the x coordinate, which is 2. And right next to it, x equals 2. And look at the original answer that we came up with. Are they the same? This is the only... So let's check out this one. All right, let's write one equation for the one on the left. So it's going to be y equals 1 over 2x minus 3. Agreed? And my other equation would be y equals 2x. Let's go, peeps. I promise I'll be done in the next 10 or 7 minutes. Okay, it's that short. Okay, so we got y equals 1/2 x minus 3 and y equals 2x. Let's graph the first one. Who can graph that first one for me? Jaden? Excellent. Instead of going up by 1/2, what else can I go up by? And go over? Excellent, okay? Because a half will get tricky. I don't like fractions. So let's start at -3, go up 1 to the right 2, up 1 to the right 2. Now, if you went up by 1/2 and to the right 1, Jaden, you get the same thing, okay? And then we draw a line through those. That's a terrible line, but whatever. Okay? And then we also have to do the blue one, which is y equals 2x. Is y equals 2x a horizontal line? No, why not? The slope is 2, right? Y equals a number is a horizontal line, okay? A lot of people mess that up on the quiz. So y equals 2x. What do I do for that? Sebastian?
You start off at 0.
Y. You're absolutely right.
But there's no y-intercept.
There's no y-intercept. Okay, our y-intercept is 0, okay? Keep going.
And then you go up 2 to the right 1.
Excellent.
And then up 2 to the right 1.
Good. So we've got a line that looks like this. You guys with me? Where do they intersect? Sophia? -2 comma -4. So my answer is x equals -2. Okay? Now let's go ahead and solve that the normal way, what we would do normally, and let's see if we get the same result. Yeah, Sophia?
Like on the test, would you have to like solve it the regular way?
It would be there would be a graph there, and we like solve this by graphing, and I would have you graph both of them.
Okay, but like we don't have to like check over.
You don't have to do both. No.
Okay.
Now, what you can do is you can take this -2 and plug it back in and see if it works, right? See if you get something that's equal. But we're gonna solve this the other way. So we have 1/2 x minus 3 equals 2x, right? How would we solve this, guys? Diego, what would you do? Yes, but let's say we didn't know that the answer was -2. How would you solve this normally?
I would combine my terms.
Okay, how would you do that?
You either subtract 2x or the other one.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and subtract 1/2 x from both sides. I love it. So we've got -3 equals 2x minus 1/2 x. Diego, do you know what we do? Do you know what we would do next?
We would subtract 2x.
Okay. How?
So that would be 1.5x.
You just thought about it as a mixed number? Very good. So this is going to be -3 equals 1 and 1/2 x. Because if you have 2 of something and you take away half, right? You're left with 1 and 1/2, okay? Or you can change this 2 into a 4 over 2, right? Right? What's 4 over 2 minus 1/2? 3 over 2, right? Which is the same as 1 and 1/2. So I'm going to do it like that, Diego, just because it makes this part a little bit easier. Let's make it 3 over 2. What do I need to do to solve for x? Diego?
You have to divide 3 over 2 to -3, but you can't
Very good. Which is?
If it's 3 over 2 times 1 over -3 or the other way.
Ooh. So the reciprocal is just flip the fraction.
Yeah,
So it would be
2 over 3.
2 over 3. Okay? So we multiply by 2 over 3. Watch what happens. This goes away. This goes away. And we've just got -2 equals x. Okay? How did I get -2? Well, do you notice how this is -3 over 1, right? You can either multiply it out. You'll get -6 over 3, which is -2. Or you can cancel out the 3's. This becomes a 1. This becomes a -1. And you've got -2 over 1. Okay? Andrew, what's up?
So for this one, we have the small equation, the y equals 2x.
Mm-hmm.
Then we just plug in x and y and multiply 2 times -2.
100%, okay? The reason, no, so what I'm showing you is why it works, right? Why does this work? Now, you guys, on your exam, okay, this is the only part I would be looking for, okay, is that you can graph it and you can find out, okay, what's my x value, where they intersect, okay? That's all I would be asking you for, all right? Let's do C. All right, so for C, y equals -4 plus 9x, and y equals -3x plus 2. You guys with me? Now, the red one, I want to rearrange it. Why would I want to rearrange the red one? One? Very good. We want to change it into slope-intercept form. What is the red equation in slope-intercept form? Andrew?
Y equals 9x minus 4.
Excellent. 9x minus 4. Okay? Now let's go ahead and graph the red one. How would I graph it? Andrew?
Your y intercept is -4.
Good.
And you're going to go up 9 over 1.
Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over 1. And we've got a nice line that looks... I wish I could draw straight lines. Like that, kind of. And then the blue equation. How would I graph it? Gabby?
Go to the left 3, no, go down 3 and then over 1 to the right.
Correct, but where do I start?
Start at 2.
Okay. Very good. Go down. You said 3, and then to the right 1. Excellent. Where does it look like they intersect? A half, comma. It's not 0. If you drew your line like really straight, Jordan, what do you think?
I'd say a half.
A half, comma, a half. Yep. Okay. So x equals a half. That's our answer. Now, mine aren't straight because I'm using explain everything. Okay, I'm not using notability, but you should be able to draw some pretty straight lines, and yours should intersect at a half, comma, a half. If it doesn't, okay, double check that your y-intercept is 2 for the blue line, your y-intercept is -4 for the red one, and that your slope is 9, so you're going all the way up to 5 on the y-axis and then moving over 1. And then your slope is -3 for the blue line, okay? Any questions on this? All right, that's it, peeps. We're going to do one word problem, then we're terminato, okay? We're finished. So, jump down to the word problem. And guys, this is a chance for us to get better at these word problems, okay? I know a lot of us, like, literally go into like a shell once we see them and we're like, oh, these are so hard, okay? But they're not that bad if you break it up into smaller pieces, okay? So your family needs to rent a car on vacation. Company B charges $3 per mile plus a fee of $150 per week. And Company D charges $4 per mile plus a fee of $75 per week. After how many miles are the total costs the same at company B and company D, okay? Now, add in one extra thing. You're only going on vacation for 1 week, okay? I forgot to add that, okay? You're only going on vacation for 1 week. So, what's the very first thing that I do for word problems? No matter what, Gabby?
I got your X and Y.
X and Y, okay? So X is going to be something, Y is going to be something else. And they represent the two things that we don't know in this problem. What's one of the things that we don't know in this problem? Hannah?
The amount of miles you're gonna drive.
The number of miles. So let's make X the number of miles we're going to be driving. What's the other thing that we don't know? The total cost. Okay? So let's write two equations that involve company B and company D. Okay? So let's write company B over here. What would be the equation for the cost of company B? Andrew?
You can do B equals 3x plus 75 equals y.
Super close. Storm?
3x plus 150.
Andrew, it says 150 for company B.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, so it's 3x plus 150. But I'm very, very happy that you multiplied the 3 and the x. Why did you do that?
Because in the thing it says $3 per mile.
Excellent. So we're taking those $3 and it says $3 per mile. So every mile needs to get multiplied by the price that it is. So 3 times x. Sebastian, what about it? Oh, it fell? Thank you. Gracias. Okay. So what's the equation for D then? For company D? Storm? 4x plus 75 equals y. So now we have two equations and we can graph them to find the answer. But would this be super convenient to graph?
No,
Why not?
it's not in Y intercept form.
It is kind of in y-intercept form. If we flipped it around, it'd be y equals 3x plus 150, right? But is it pleasant to graph 150 with a slope of 3? Is it pleasant to graph 75 with a slope of 4? No, so what else could we do to solve this? Substitution. Let's use substitution. So we're going to say, okay, 3x plus 150, it's equal to y, right? What else is equal to y? 4x plus 75. So set them equal to each other. Okay? Now, doesn't this look like the problems we were doing earlier? Okay? How do we solve that? Storm?
You can subtract 75.
Subtract 75 from both sides. I love it. What do you get?
3x plus 75.
Equals 4x. And then what?
Subtract 3x from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what 75 equals x.
So how do I answer this problem? What is my final answer to the question that was being asked in this problem? Diego?
That, you drove 75 miles,
For what to happen?
for like either $3 each mile,
Mm-hmm.
so, and either 150, or no, the other one.
But what was the question asking us for? Sienna?
I was gonna ask the exact thing.
Yes, that's fine. Gabby?
It's asking how many miles until they're at the same amount.
Very good. So we drove 75 miles for company B and company D to be the same price. But Diego, very good to recognize that it was miles, okay? Be the same price. Cool beans? All right. Your last thing is the exit ticket. Once you answer it and you've confirmed that I check it for correctness, you got it correct, you are good to turn this in, and we're done with the notes, okay? So do the exit ticket, get it checked, and then start on your homework.